West Indies have won the toss and are batting first in the third limited over match against South Africa. It's an 8-team match. West Indies are 10 for 1 after 3 overs. This match is live on YouTube. It's now 10 for 2 as Alec Athanaze just gave his wicket away. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this watch along. We appreciate your company. Thank you for being here. Alec Athanaze gone for naught after using up 8 deliveries, and he just hit a simple catch to the field at mid-wicket. So West Indies are 10 for 2. So Athanaze won the toss, decided to bat, and then decided to give his wicket away. He just lobbed it. I mean, those of you who are watching on YouTube, it's absolutely horrendous by Alec Athanaze. And this is not your typical watch along. I'm just here because we need to communicate as the match is going on. I will answer any question that you have. Any question, whether men or women cricket, test cricket, 8-team cricket, any player, I will give you my opinion on it. Because that's what I do. I give my opinion. And that's all I can do. You know, and we all have an opinion. What they say about opinion, everyone has one, you know, as everyone has an opinion. And so I have my opinion. And so I will answer any question you ask today. Just let us have a rollicking time as we see what West Indies A can do. They're off to a very poor start, 10 for 2. Kadeem Alain, he went bold for 4. And now Athanaze went for naught after facing 8 deliveries. It is a simple rubbish dismissal. He just popped the ball. So please, I really want to hear from you. So just please put the comments in the comment section. This is a day when I'll deal with every comment. You know, no matter what it is, whether there's no bad comment today. This is the day when there's no bad comment, when I will answer every question, because we are just watching the match and enjoying it together and talking West Indies cricket. That's all we are doing. Seeley bowls to Paris. That's a wide. Score goes up by 1 now to 11 for 2. So 11 for 2. You know, from the show that I done this morning, I saw some very interesting comments in the comment section after the show, because you know that after the live show, then the comment section will become available. I saw some very interesting comments. Some of them makes no sense. Some of them I don't know what persons are saying. You know, I mean, I just don't know, and I know that more will come in, and I look for them, and I'll respond to them. I'll respond to most of them, those that I can respond to, because some of them I don't know how to respond to it. Some of them I don't understand the construction of the sentence, you know, and as in the past I would have answered, I would have interpreted like somebody. Let's watch this delivery though. Paris played that to cover and there's no run. West Indies 11 for 2. Like one person once said to me, 2 plus 2 and 2 equal 3. And I said, no, boss. 2 and 2 equal 4. He said, no, man, and that I mean 2 minus 2 equal 1. So I said, wait, what do you mean? So 2 and 2 don't equal 3, but you said 2 and 2 equal 3. And when I pointed out that 2 plus 2 equal 4, 2 and 2 equal 4, you said, no, and that's not what you mean. 2 minus 2 equal 1. So, but 2 minus 2 equals 0, but you said it. So sometimes you just don't know to answer. So unless you really understand the question and can interpret it properly, you don't really try to answer it anymore. But today is a day that I'll take all your questions, definitely. As this no run there, I think Paris was looking to drive. So Paris has faced 4 delivery. What do you think about Shaqiri Paris. I saw him 2 years ago. I think that it's what do I call it now? Ian Kevin Wickham and Casey Carty, Halik Atanes. All of them have the natural ability to be great batsmen. And I didn't say good, and I used the word great. The natural, fundamental movement skills to be great. Sealy bowls to Paris, who defends out into the offside, no run. 11 for 2 at the end of over number 4. Yes, 11 for 2 at the end of over number 4. Kadima Lane went bowl for 4, and Alec Atanes went for naught, just popping a catch, a simple, easy catch to the fielder at mid-wicket. Thank you who are tuning in. I appreciate it. Let's interact. Let's interact and hear what is going on. So I was making a point. Yes, so I was saying that Shaqiri Paris, Kevin Wickham, Alec Atanes, Casey Carty, all of those as the fundamental movement skills, the natural fundamental movement skill to be great batsmen, all 4 of them. So this bowls outside the half stump, driven down the ground by Kevlin Anderson, cannot beat the man at mid-off, but they are still able to get a single. As you see there, if you're watching the match, you realize it goes up to 12. So why are they not making more runs? It is what I call cricket IQ. So they do not have cricket IQ. They are, in my opinion, they are not putting in the work with the intensity that is required. So a man may train all day, which I know West Indian players don't do, because when they train 2 hours, they start ball for burnout. Yes, and if you go to a West Indies training session, you'll realize that the players, they spend more time walking around and chatting more than actually getting some work done. So, 1, to me, they don't have cricket IQ. 2, they don't work at the intensity that they should work, that they should work at. Over the wicket comes Mariki, bowls to Shaqiri Paris, and that's another. So 3 right there, that stroke from Shaqiri Paris again, just now is number 3. They are too lazy in their approach. So that's why they don't play with the intensity, because they don't train with the intensity that they should train with. They don't train often enough. So low IQ, low cricket IQ, the training not intense enough. They don't train often enough. So intensity and often is 2 different things. Driven through the offside. Look at that shot from Paris. And that's what I'm talking about. You would probably have seen it about 30 seconds ahead of, unless you synchronize with me. Because you can just stop your feed and wait until I reach. And so we synchronize and we are seeing it together. So 3, so there are a number of things about these players that they could go on and be very, very, very good batsmen. Christopher Bristol, big up yourself, Christopher Bristol. Michael Douglas, big up. Sherwin, big up. Michael Douglas is saying, let's watch now as balls beaten outside the half stump. And again, that lazy attitude that I'm talking about, Yes, you'd have seen it there. That's what I'm talking about. No intensity. They don't train hard enough. They don't train frequently enough. Otherwise these guys they're not fit enough. Otherwise these guys could be great. Honestly, they could be great. But until that, there's a paradigm shift. Moriki bowls to Paris, and Paris defends down the offside of the pitch. So 16 for 2 at the end of over number 5. So Anderson 4, Paris on 4, Kadima Lane on 4. What you talk about the dismissal of Alec Athanaze? I would really like to hear. So these guys could hit a 6 and a 4, then 2 dot balls, then get out, said Michael Douglas. That is so true. I got the point. I got the point that you are making there. You do not feel a sense of confidence when they are batting. You know, like when, and we have to do this. You go back to a player like Brian Lara or even Jimmy Adams or even Carl Hooper. And I know that Carl Hooper and Jimmy Adams numbers, because it's at the end of the day, it's numbers. I always say to people, tell me a cricket match that is not the numbers that won it. It's always the numbers that won the game. So cricket is a game of numbers. It is numbers that determine performances. So the numbers are ultimately important. Some persons try to downplay the numbers when the numbers for their favorite player or their countryman. So when their countryman numbers doesn't look so good, and when their favorite player numbers doesn't look so good, they try to make it looks like the numbers are not important, but it's always the numbers. Because if one batsman look ugly and is making 35, and the other one look pretty and is making 25, the one that looks ugly is a better batsman. So yes, Michael Douglas, they can hit a 6 and then hit a 4 and out. And it goes back to the point I think you are making is an issue of confidence. You do not have confidence in these batsmen. If you are watching them, you're afraid to even get up and go and have a drink of water or go in your kitchen or something like that. Because by the time you come back, 2, 3 of them might get out. So I get the point that you are making, Michael Douglas. So it was a confidence point I'm making. So I was saying that although Adams and Hooper doesn't have the numbers that a Brian Lara have, but you still have a sense of confidence and have a feeling of confidence when those guys were batting. Sherwin is saying now that because we're dealing with I'm dealing with everything today now. Out, caught. Kevlin Anderson. Just charge down the pitch and hit the ball to mid-on. Why? Why on God's earth do you need to do that? When it's just the 6th over, you lost 2 wickets already. And you just decide to just charge the bowler and hit the ball to mid-on. You heard me saying about cricketing IQ? Yeah? Cricketing IQ. Being aware of the situation. Cricket IQ, you know? Alec Athanaze is too arrogant as a batsman. It comes too easy for him. He does dumb things. And I can understand why Sherwin would say that Alec Athanaze frustrate everybody. Good afternoon, Jamur Small. How you doing, man? Just reaching. Good. Yes. And you know, Jamur Small, I remember the other night both of us were in the chat, and the chat was so bombarded with the Indians or the Pakistani, I don't know, and you know, all the betting and all of that. And so I decided that, you know, I'm going to do a watch along today, because although the match is on YouTube, just sync your channel to mine, you know, so that you are not ahead, because naturally by the time I see it on YouTube, that's the same time you'll be seeing it. And by the time I spoke and to go back to YouTube, it's probably 30, 45 seconds delay. So just sync your time. So just pause your screen until my one become aligned with your one. And so we are in tune. And so I think that we'll have a better experience that way, because the match is on YouTube. Yeah, so that's really why I'm here, so that we can express ourselves. Because one of the things is that we love to express ourselves when the cricket is going on. So, Jail Gooley, this match may well end in a few. Good day to you, Mr. Brown. I and this as a young player, as speeches. Patrick Davey, my good friend. How you doing, man? I know Patrick Davey is a good friend. He's a number one groundsman in Central Manchester. But I can't quite decipher what he's saying, and as usual, I don't want to interpret it wrongly. Would be nice if you had live scorecard. I could have set it up, it would have taken a few minutes to set up, but then those are some of the things. What I did, I set up the live scorecard the other day, but the image was not crisp and sharp, and that's why I haven't set it up back yet. So you see it, that's why I must try and interpret what persons are saying unless they say it exactly, because I interpret it as what he was saying was a confidence thing. I know here Michael Douglas is saying, no, I'm not talking about confidence. I'm talking about how poor they are when it comes to rotating the strike in between the boundaries. They will never score 50s. It's what I'm talking about. So that's why I don't try to interpret what persons are saying. So if I read the thing and I don't, and I can't understand these players. They are too easy to get out. I'm a great lover of cricket, and my heart pain me. I know, Patrick, your heart pain you a lot, man. Mine too, Mine too. I understand what you're saying. They just get out so easy. And it goes back to the point I'm making: low cricket IQ, no game awareness, no situation awareness. They don't understand. They don't have a perspective on things. They just, it looks like the rain is coming. Is the rain coming? I hope that the rain doesn't come now, because really hope that the rain doesn't come. Although Jamaica is playing a football match at 2:30, so maybe if the rain comes, it's not such a bad thing. But cricket is my number one sport, Why? I want to ask the question. Why, if Jamaica playing a football match, West Indies playing a cricket match, more people will go and watch Jamaica play the football match than West Indies play the cricket match? However, if both teams lose, for example, you hear more persons cursing about the West Indies loss than the Jamaica loss. Why? I always wonder. More people will curse about the fact that West Indies lose more than who are going to curse about the fact that Jamaica lost. I don't know. I don't know. I saw it happen all the time. Although more people that the football match are watching football match, more people still end up quarrel about the cricket match. I don't know. Our batters focusing too much on aggression. We need to figure out how the pitch is, where the fielders are, and the bowlers plan. Jamor Small. Think that we're a one-trick pony. We just want to go to the crease and swing from the hip. That's my perception, clearly. I hope one of our, so Shakari Paris has faced 13 deliveries and only hit 1-4. Jai Gooley faced 4 deliveries and is yet to get off the mark. But it's Paris that is on strike though. Moriki 1 for 13 from 3.3 overs. And lazily again outside the arch stump, Paris just pushed the bat, the ball misses it, and it goes low to the wicket keeper. That's the type of things that I'm talking about. So the champion is saying, I hope one of our boys can lock in and get 100. I do hope so too. So it looks like it's a no ball. They're checking the no ball. But remember to slash a like on the video. You know, we can just slash a like on the video. Did I have a poll? I usually try to get a poll. Easy to slash a like on the video. We are here just cruising and relaxing. So slash a like on the video. Do we have a poll going? Oh yes, there's a poll. Will West Indies A score more than 300? 78% of you said no. Interesting. Well, can understand. So Michael Douglas, but Michael Douglas, you could have said the match start. You don't have to give me the score. Why you always love to spoil things for persons? You could say the match start, you know, and let me go and find out myself, you know, that it is 1-0. You don't have to spoil things for persons, man. Hedge away down to third man for 4. You know? The match start already 1-0 after 17 minutes. Well, the good thing about it, you don't say who score 1. I expect it to be Jamaica though, because Trinidad doesn't has a chance. Trinidad can't have a chance. No chance whatsoever. Only one team can win that match, and it's Jamaica. So, Sheldon Sibbett, sorry, Trinidad don't have a chance when it comes to this. You know, no chance. Jamaica, what? Of the big 5 sports, you know, in the region, it's only one Jamaica don't dominate. Of the big 5, and it's cricket. And there was a time when we would dominate cricket, and we're going to get back there. But of the big 5 sports in the region, we dominate all of the other 4. As a matter of fact, some like the Carifta, we end up winning more medals than everybody else. You know? Just be 1 to 15. So, West Indies 20 for 3. And as usual, yeah, so some of the sport, we dominate them more than everybody else. Atira said Trinidad 7, Jamaica nil. Jamaica. Atira 1. Okay. Somebody pinch Atina for me now, please. Somebody who's close to Atina, pinch him now. Pinch him for me because he's still daydreaming, you know. He's still daydreaming, so somebody pinch him for me. You know, so I don't expect. So we are watching both matches at the same time now. So it's 0-0. So Michael Douglas said that it was 1-0. You see, man, Michael Douglas with him false information, man. And the match is 0-0 after 22 minutes. So, you see. So the left-handed goalie is on strike. So let's watch Selly. Selly's name. So over the wicket, balls to goalie, and goalie hit the side here, another wicket. Somebody will take the care. Oh, luckily, it dropped behind the bowler, and mid-off and mid-on could not reach there. So we almost lost a 4th wicket there, a 4th wicket. A big, beautiful feeling. These guys must feel good playing on this field. Right away, they look like better footballers than when they're playing at the stadium and so on. Because look at how the ball just hugging the turf. You know, and Trinidad can box it around. Where Trinidad played their match? Aisley Crawford Center, Tina. Juna Benjamin. Where Trinidad played the football at the Aisley Crawford Center. Us, Jamaica, own athletics. Yeah, own athletics. We own netball. We own football. This now, so, but the score is 22 for 3. Penalty. Penalty. Mesmerizing driver. What a mesmerizing dribble. You could have ball until tomorrow. There's no VAR. However, West Indies A is 23 for 3 is West Indies A. So look, that amazing. Oh, clear penalty, man. Clear penalty. Why footballers also always so lie? Oh, he kicked away the guy foot, man. That delivery though was played to mid off. At the end of the over, West Indies are 22 for 3. And when I said West Indies, I mean West Indies A, 22 for 3. So end of the over, 22 for 3. Aisley Crawford, thank you very much. And Juna Benjamin is saying there's a Dwight York Stadium in Tobago legend. So there are some legends in the chat. Athena is here. Juna Benjamin is here. Oh, no, I've never been to Tobago, you know. I missed the penalty, and I'm going to have to watch the rebroadcast. Not the rebroadcast, the replay. But I clearly missed the penalty because I was reading the comments of a legend. So Imlak is on strike. He's going to face up to Moriki. Wow, it look like the stadium is full with Jamaicans. So Moriki, one slip in place. And just steer that down to third man. Oh, what a penalty. Oh, it's a rubbish penalty. No, it's because the goalkeeper no good. Look on that. A rubbish penalty. No. Oh, Lord. That's embarrassing. The ref should have make you take over the penalty. You can't take a penalty like that. Don't you agree, Mikel? That penalty if you take over, man. The ref should have make him take it over. You know? Now, I've never been there. Host, when you're doing a show at the current TCB financial mismanagement, the Trinidad Cricket Board financial mismanagement, wow. I'll have to do some investigation, call a few persons that I know in Trinidad, although I need to call that gentleman. You know, that gentleman is a good source of knowledge. He's another gentleman that I know, but him call himself a journalist, and I have to spend half an hour explaining what is copyright to him. Our journalist doesn't know copyright. Copyright is one of the first words you learn as a journalist. And I have to spend half an hour explain what was copyright to him. So I won't call that guy. I won't talk his name. I'm not like that. I'm not going to call a person's name. But I'll call that other guy who is a... One time in the box, 2-0. Oh, what the hell do that boy? Moriki round the wicket, balls to the left-handed goalie who allows it to go through outside the half stump. West Indies 23 for 3. How long is now West Indies on 23 for 3? A long time, you know. We're on over number 9. 8.3 overs have been bowled. It's a long time. West Indies on 23 for 3. Long time. Even before the penalty was awarded or the goal was scored. I had the answer. It's because these people are underperforming. And that's my opinion. They're underperforming. Okay. So, also, when are you doing a show on the current Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board financial mismanagement? I know that they always have an issue at the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board when it comes to financial mismanagement. You know, it is something that is in the what's the word I'm looking for? It's trending very quite often, financial mismanagement at the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board. Moriki to Gooley and he drives, can't beat me down. That's the one delivery to come in over number 9, 23 for 3. Are we going to get bowled out for 23? So also I'm going to call this guy in West Indies spoil. Where so Oh, what stupid free kick? What stupid free kick? So Michael Douglas, is a probably 21, 22, 23-year-old youngster telling me that the penalty is called a penanka. You know? Yeah. Big fraud investigation going on now, us. Big thing over here. No police involved. Whoa. I remember when they had employed was he an accountant or an auditor? And they were told that a young lady from the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board was always getting checks and all of them something than cashing out checks. I don't quite remember how the story goes. I don't want to get myself into trouble, so I need to update myself on the story. But suffice to say, the accountable person, whether it was the accountant or auditor, did make a report, did raise the red flags, and some action was being taken. I don't recall if it was reported to the police or they had fired him or something, but something had gone. So almost a run out there. I told you about the intensity of the West Indies players, right? I told you about the intensity of the lack of intensity of the West Indies players. Let me give you an example. You see, Wickham almost got run out there. You see, if it was, say, Jamaica playing Barbados, he's solid in defense. The score is still 23 and we're in over number 10. I don't know. Maybe when Jamaica scored the 5 that Michael Douglas said that we are going to score, maybe then West Indies will move from 23. So Wickham almost run out there, as you see on the television. If Barbados was playing Jamaica, he would get a comfortable single. Yeah. He would almost jog walk a single because the Jamaica fielder would have just waltzed towards the ball, no intensity. And Barbados, well, we moved from 23 now to 24, courtesy of a wide from Sealy. So I saw it a number of times, especially Monday night, Some comfortable single where these West Indies players believe that they could have run. By the time they took off, they're in trouble because the South African fielders get to the ball so quickly, because it's not a joke thing. And I'm telling you, that delivery a while ago, Barbados playing Jamaica, it's one easy run. One easy run, because we just waltz to it. And that's what we need to get up the intensity. Over 500 million disappear from Cricket Board. Judah Benjamin. Yeah, you have to be careful though, Judah Benjamin, because I can't confirm that and I can't get in any trouble. So if you are making that point, legend, you have to be absolutely sure now, because we can't get in any trouble. As Imlak covers, not even Imlak, Wickham covers up. The score is on 24 for 4. How long now is the score? And it was on 23 for a while. How long days since the last run came off the bat, Mikel? How long ago was the last run came off the bat? This is absolutely horrendous. Our cricket is really in the doldrum, Our cricket is really in the doldrum. When was the last run came off the bat? Somebody tell me so. But that's the point I'm making about the lackadaisical attitude. So and that's that you're making my point, Michael Douglas. If it was against Jamaica, although Gooley was sleeping, he would have still sleepwalked the singer. Or against Trinidad or against Guyana or any one of them. They would have still sleepwalked the singer. And so you're making the point that I'm making. We don't have the same intensity. Good shot there by Wickham, and now they go through for a single. So finally they off the 24. Finally another run off the bat. So it should go up to 25 now for 3. Just waiting on the score to tick over. After 10 overs, it's 25 for 3. So you're making the point. You're making the point that I'm making, and you probably don't even realize that you're making the same point that I'm making. They would have sleepwalked the singer. Whether you think the singer was on or not, then that's sleepwalk the singer. So Juna Benjamin, I can't really ascertain that figure, but it's very interesting. Very interesting that some questions need to be asked. I'm going to ask a friend who I have in Trinidad and hear what he has to say. Jamaica boxing the ball around and down the right side, good turn. And as he charged down the right side, put the square in. The header, headed away by the Trinidad defense. It comes to the top of the V. They're looking for a pass. He played it right side, picked out his man who squared it. Good stop by the keeper. Was that a square or a shot? Good hustle here by the Jamaica number 5. I can't header saved by the keeper who went to the ground. Score remains at 1-0 in favor of Jamaica. So Paris is on 10. Giant Goal is on 2. West Indies 25 for 3. Change in the bowling. That one is played down to third man and one more to Paris, who will now go up to 11. So Paris will now go up to 11. One more to the Jamaican total. The West Indies total, it now should reach 26 for 3. So it should be 26 for 3 after 10.1. So the batsmen to go, Alain went for 4. He faced 3 deliveries. Alec Atanase faced 9 deliveries before popping a catch to, was it Peter? Yes, Peter of the bowling of Selly. He made naught from 9 deliveries. And then Kevlan Anderson. Showing what I call low cricket IQ. Charged down the pitch and just popped the ball to Simit at mid-on, and he was all gone. After bowling of Selly for 4 from 10 deliveries. So Paris is on 11 from 24 deliveries, and Giant Goal is on 2 from 16 deliveries. Gooley pushes at that one and misses. Oh, is that too love? Who's in that number 17? I don't know the footballers that close, but I saw the ball in the back of the net, so that's why I thought it was Tulov. I don't know the footballers by face. Sheldon Smith saying pressure all round. Yeah, yes, that's not offside. Oh, what a ball! Should score now. Brilliant save by the keeper. Come down. Waste of opportunity as he twists and turns in the back, and the Trinidadian defenders got rid of it, but they have nowhere going. They are pinned in their half. Movements down the left side. He cuts inside, looking for a shot on the right foot, being selfish here. He finally played it right side. The footballer stand up on it and looked for an inside pass, but broken up by the Trinidad defense, who moves out down the left side, find his man in the middle of the park, and he's fouled. Free kick to Trinidad and Tobago. Yellow card is it. Turn that into the inside. Should get 1. Yes, 1 more to the score. The score will now move up to 27 for 3 in over number 11. 27 for 3 in over number 11. So there's a new bowler. The Swart, that's his name. The Swart, S-W-A-R-D-T, the Swart. So the Swart. So a yellow card isn't to the Jamaican players. Trinidad under 1 love. As Sheldon said, pressure all round. Yes, pressure all round. Left side movements here by the Trinidad and Tobago team as he turned back the ball to his defense. In comes Swart, bowls to Paris, who plays this down to the fielder on the long on boundary end of the over. That should be 28 for 3 at the end of the over. 28 for 3 with Paris on 12 and Gooley on 3. So down the left side, Trinidad in position. Down the left side, he played it back into his midfield. There's no movement ahead of him, so he played it right side to his centre back, who now switched the play and played it in the middle of the field. Broke up by the Jamaica linkman, who loses out now. He gets back the ball. So there's a tussle in midfield, and the Trinidadian midfielder comes away with it. He plays it left side, and he goes further left to his man out on the left wing, who cuts inside and then tap it back to him, who played it further inside. He plays it forward to the number 10. There's a pass right side. He does. Square comes into the box. A shot on goal wide. Good movement there by Trinidad and Tobago just now. Over the wicket. Bowls to Paris, and Paris turned that through square leg for 1. The score will now goes up to 29. So, real legit. Good while I haven't seen you, man. Nice to have you here. It's a pleasure, man. Yo, Paris is batting like he's scared. He's clueless as to what's going on. Yeah, I can understand why he gives you that impression, real legit. That's definitely one way to look at it. I call it low IQ, low cricket IQ. You know, low cricket IQ, and somehow I don't know. So Giles Gooley played this away down towards the boundary for 1 more. West Indies finally reached 30 for 3. Yeah. So some movements here by the Jamaica with the ball in their defense. Played it back to their goalkeeper. He played it to the left side at the top of the 18-yard box, right inside the circle. The player gets the ball, driver look out, then played it back inside to the center. They go further right. He chips this forward looking for his right winger, but the Trinidad football player came away with the ball, played inside, chipped to the left side, control on his chest now, comes inside, played it now right inside, forward by that player who's at the edge of the top of the V now. He played it right side and the fielder slipped. The player slipped. Let me get back to the cricket here because it's a cricket watch along. So, a beautiful shot there by Paris. And this is what Paris is capable of doing now. He's such a fine batsman, and that's why I say low IQ. You know, that's why I say that Paris, Kevin Wickham, what are the 4 persons' name? I remember them: Kevin Wickham, Paris, Hali Catanese, Casey Carty. All these guys has the ability to be great. But they don't want to. They have a low cricket IQ, they feel entitled, and they don't want to. Wickham should be in the West Indies team, you know, but he takes it for granted that it doesn't matter what I do, I'm going to get there one day, because everybody's going to fail, and one day it will just be my turn. So I don't have to do anything special. I really want some batsmen who will start average 30 again in the West Indies team, you see. Even somebody like Jermaine Blackwood or Kyle Myers, who used to average in their 30s. We just really want some batsmen to average 30 for a start. All of these guys average in their 20s. You know, just get us back some batsmen who at least can average 30s. Bonner, Myers, Blackwood. Get us back some of those, man. If you can find somebody now who can average 30 in a test cricket, you know, 30, 31, 32, you're walking at the team. Yeah. If Casey Carter was averaging 32 instead of 17.9, he want to get dropped of Pakistan. You know. He's averaging what, 46 something in ODI. You think he's going to get dropped from the ODI team? No way. No way he's going to get dropped from the ODI team. But the test team, he might have reached 17 point something, what's a 17.9? He can't play none of that. You know? 39 for 3, West Indies. We're going to watch the start of over number 13. I'm really enjoying this little chit chat. So, where are the comments? Where are the comments coming forward? Swats over the wicket balls, whipped away by Paris. The man at mid-on fields, moving smartly to his right. So, one more to the total, goes up to 31. Now, you see that ball that Paris played just now? And he gets a single. If he was playing in the regional Super 50, he gets 2 for that, you know. Because the ball that passed the fielder, and by the fielder gave chase, then I come back for 2. Yeah. Swats round the wicket to Gooley, and Gooley swings and misses. And somehow the ball hit him and didn't hit the stump. That shot was ugly. You saw that shot from Gooley a while ago now? Oh, come on, Jide. You have to be doing better than that. So, Sheldon, you had 1 love. And I heard Mikel say you're getting 5, you know. What a wasteful ball. What was that youngster was trying to do? He went to Clarendon College. What's his name again? He went to Clarendon College and then played for Arnett Garden. Just play the simple pass. Was it him? It looks like him from this distance. Just play the simple pass with your left foot now and don't go for that fancy outside of the boot pass. It would look prettier, but the chance of it coming off reduce. You play the pass with your simple pass with your left foot, or maybe in the right, even with your right foot, but instead of go down the line, you go inside with your right foot, and that will have to get the defender off balance. West Indies is 40 for 3. 41 now for 3 after 12.4 overs. Do you think the West Indies A coach is giving it his all? Said the champion. You know, that's a very good question, you know. It's a very, very good question. Because, you know, why it's a good question, the champion? Cole is the head coach, is the A coach. I think he's a coach here. And that's what makes it a very good question. Because, listen, I'm almost sure that this Cole is the coach. So I'm answering this way because I'm of the belief that Cole is the coach. Weston is 42 for 3. I personally wouldn't be giving it my all. My contract come to an end the end of June or sometime in June. So when that contract comes to an end, we're done with West Indies cricket. I would only be here because the contract doesn't expire till June and they are still paying me. And if I walk off of the contract, I have to pay them for walk off. I have to buy out the contract. And so I can't act in a capacity where I am behaving in a subordinate way. I have to fulfill my responsibility. But I don't think I'll be giving it my all. I'll just turn up. Cole is not me and I am not Cole, but I'm just answering it from that perspective that it's hard to say whether he gave it his all. He's giving it his all. Because I don't know if if he cares that much about West Indies cricket anymore after how he's treated. I don't know. I would have tell them one up yours. I'd have said up yours. Up yours. I'd have tell them one up yours. So I don't know the champion. But I'll be just there collecting the money because I'm being paid. Because my contract is already there, so I have to go and do what they have to told me to do.
All right.
Oh, so I was seeing some these Indians full up the live chat, man. Where's Queenie from Guyana? I will want to talk to Queenie, you see. Queenie from Guyana. He's probably not watching because no Guyanese are batting. But Queenie don't too care about West Indies cricket, you know. She only care about the performance of the Guyanese. And I have to be trying to teach Queenie that, Queenie, no matter how you love your Guyanese, just look at Ailey Matthews. Ailey Matthews alone can't win the match. So, even if you want Kevlan Anderson for bet 200, Kevlan Anderson alone can't set the target. You'll at least have to support the other team members to stay there with him. You know? Where should they? Jamor Small, find Queenie and tell her to come check me. And Jamor Small, Patrick Davis saying, question for you, Mr. Brown. When last Jamaica take home a title from all any major female? Yeah, man, we have won a lot of titles recently. Remember that we won the double in 23, you know. The under 19 double in 23. Remember that we also, the male team, won the Super 50 in 23 also. Yeah, I think it's 23. The male team won the Super 50 under Ruffman Powell. He didn't. When the Super 50 take place, 24, Ruffman Powell never played. He kept in 23 when there was a fallout. And then so we won the Super 50 22. The under 19 boys did the double 23. I remember the girls did the double last year too, you know. The girls did the double last year. And remember that the Minister of Sports, the Honorable Minister of Sports, gave the girls them some money, like each one of them getting, I think, was it 400,000 Jamaican dollars for Jamaica, for the girls them doing the double? Was it 400,000 or 800,000 or something like that? So we have won a bit. We have won a bit. I remember when we reached the final this year, we should have won that except for Jordan. You know, if that ball had not passed Jordan. As I said, the rain is coming down, so there's no cricket going on right now. As I said, there's a number of things that Jamaica did in that match where you could have questioned a number of things that Jamaica did in that match. But when it comes down to the final delivery, that very final delivery, nobody's going to remember what else happened in the match, you know. They're just going to remember Jordan. What's her name? I think it's Jordan. You know, Jordan not fielding that ball. That's what everybody's going to remember. Kaim Dixon. Thank you, Mikel. Thank you very much. Kaim Dixon is the player. Sheldon Sibit is saying South Africa is bowling really well. And I agree with you, Sheldon. And that's nice. And that's why I am of the opinion. I'm firmly of the opinion of people won't agree with me. Because I think that this is far-fetched. But I don't believe in the academy team and the CCC team playing in our regional 4-day tournament, you know. I believe in that the 6 teams play. They play 1 round of cricket. I don't believe them playing 2 rounds of cricket. 1 round. And it's done. I would have made a point a number of times that playing more cricket don't make you better if you are not doing the right things. Playing more cricket will make you better if you are doing the right things. But if you are not doing the right things, playing more cricket won't make you better. So this 10-round match, this 2 round of matches and playing 10, that will only make you better if you are doing the right things. My thing is that you play five matches, you pick the test team, you pick an A team, and you play against teams like South Africa A, play against team like India A, play against team like Bangladesh A. And so your better players will be playing against a more competitive outfit. If these West Indies players play against this South Africa team for say 2 months, they're not staying here that long. But if they are playing against them for 2 months, don't you think that the players will benefit more than playing against the CCC and the academy team and so on? That is just my view. More A-team cricket. 5 regional matches per year, but more A-team cricket. Go train, improve your techniques, work hard at it, do the right things, spend a lot of time training, train with intensity, improve your game awareness, improve your situation awareness, become better at game IQ overall. And so, in those 5 matches, you become one of the top players. And when you become one of the top players in those 5 matches, now you will get to play another 10, 12, 18 matches, because West Indies playing against England, they're playing against South Africa, England A, South Africa A, Bangladesh A, New Zealand A, India A. And so if you do that, you will play more cricket. But if you don't want to work hard, I am not going to get involved in a system that caters for mediocrity. No, I am not in that. So Sheldon, you made a very good point that South Africa is bowling really well. None of these batsmen who's playing in this match, they would not have seen the quality bowling in the regional 4-day that they are seeing from South Africa A. That's why Kevlin Anderson gave away his wicket, because in the regional 4-day tournament, Sheldon, and to all the viewers, there's no match. There's covers on the field, and it's halftime in a Jamaica football match. So the reason why he became frustrated and gave away his wicket, the number of deliveries that he faced, if he was playing a regional 4-day match, he might get 2 half volley already, or get 2 longer. So him on the pressure. Atanase only gave away his wicket either. Atanase faced 9 deliveries. He not get 2 bad ball already. So he might have 8 from 9 deliveries. I get the feeling that he's not giving it his all either, said the champion. Yeah, and the champion is echoing the point that Legit made, and it's something that I saw. I probably put it a different way that you guys, but I always saw it with Paris, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing with Atanase, gentlemen, and it's the same thing with Wickham, and it's the same thing with Carty in Test cricket. And I make the distinction because there is a distinction between Test cricket and ODI when it comes to Carty. So it's the same thing. Paris is no different from those 3. They behave the same way, like the game owe them something and somebody's begging them to play it and they are not interested. So I agree with you, champion, and the Legit. What was his name? The Legit or Real Legit? Yeah, I think it was Real Legit. So big up to the champion and Real Legit. Even though Lewis never get any runs, he looked a bit lighter and was running around well on the field. First I've seen him in a while, and he doesn't look like he is in some discomfort after diving. Lewis. As Sheldon Smith is saying, Queen is still celebrating independence while preparing for elections. Okay, our election is the first. It's the 1st of September, is it, Sheldon? Yeah, the Guyanese election will be sometime in December. I think it's the first. You know, I think it's the first. What is BG Athena? BG Athena don't want to understand. Oh, British Guyana. Okay. British Guyana. Look like they need another Alan Stanford, lol. Remember, West Indies beat a strong English side and win $1 million, lol. Yeah. Yes, I remember. It was $1 million US dollars per players. So they did win a lot of money. $1 million US dollars per players. And what Kevin Peters said that when England beat them, Kevin Peters said something like say them boy they hungry or something, then go on with it. Something like that Kevin Peters did say. I don't quite remember the exact words that he said, so I'm paraphrasing. I'm interpreting what he said. So I'm not saying that's what he had said, but I think it means something like them boy they hungry, so it better them did winning. I don't mind those comments. It shows that he's hurting, and I love that. That satisfied me that he's hurting. The defeat did burn him. So I'm hurting. So the breeze blow away the rain already. Yeah, the groundsmen are on the field. They're about taking off the covers now. There's one set of cover that they already removed. So they are folding the second set of covers now to keep the water in the covers. So they fold it over to keep the water in the covers. Then they hold it like this, remove it, and then they let it go on somewhere on the field. And the drainage should take care of the rest. So yeah, so wow, so they could. Yes, so it looks like they're coming off. There's a lot of rain that's spoiling these matches. Me say one at a time over the weekend, man. Me wonder when me are going to win, Cause me get 4 love alone. Wednesday alone, me get 4 love, last week, Wednesday alone. Me get 4 love. 4 love me get last week. Manchester United lost. Damn Anana and Luke Shaw. Janu, Anana and Luke Shaw. And the idiot, and that's why I'm telling the guys, say, persons can play the sport, but they don't quite understand it now because Rio Ferdinand, that great Manchester United defender, a legend of the club, is blaming Dogu for the Tottenham Hotspur goal. And the only reason why he's blaming Dogu for the Tottenham Hotspur goal is because Luke Shaw, who is an Englishman and was closer to the ball, he didn't want to blame his fellow Englishman, so he blamed the foreign player. Rubbish analyst from Rio Ferdinand. He knows. He was the same one who was coming out with something when the club was being sold, and he came out and said some things, and it was far from the truth. Yeah, the covers are coming off. Stanford mistake was putting the prior wife to sit on his lap. After that, he was doomed. Yeah, was it prior alone or was a number of them? My understanding it were wives and not wife. So is the only man to land a helicopter at Lords. Right, Sheldon? No other person have ever landed a helicopter at Lords. He was the only man to do so. He landed helicopter at Lords. The great Alan Stanford, man. You know what about Alan Stanford, though? Sheldon Smith, and I said this every time. Every time I said it. Everybody who's making money from T20 cricket right now should visit Alan Stanford and give him a tip. Because the money in cricket right now, the format was not conceptualized by Alan Stanford. But it's Alan Stanford who started the marketing of the format. So the IPL is a copy of what Stanford did in the Caribbean. All those other tournaments were started. Alan Stanford was a pioneer of T20 franchise cricket. Yes, New Zealand and Australia get it going as a first T20 international match. But T20 franchise cricket, Alan Stanford was the pioneer of it. Absolutely pioneer of it. So the covers are coming off. You know that sheet that they put on the pitch, that's the only one that is left there. So the football has restarted. So that a long off football into the Jamaican era and the defender trying to prove something. The Trinidad and Tobago forward runs around him, fired a shot at goal, but it goes out for a corner. You know, and why is the defender trying to prove something? One defender misread the ball. So Jamaica is in the Trinidad half. So he went to his left, then turned to his right. Then the ball comes forward. Clear by the Trinidadian defense into midfield. They are moving forward now. There's a pass down the left side, but he played it backward. Instead of playing it with his left foot, he played it with his right foot. So the player has to come back inside for it. He gets the return pass, played it inside to no man. He wasn't watching where he played that pass, but Trinidad is still in possession. Down their left side, 1-2 touch, plays it to his right infield. Comes further right to the center defender who played it infield to the link man who played it right to his right winger. Comes back to the link man and go further back to the defender in the center of the park. He turns it right side. Then comes now, he turned it left side and come right side, and the player played it further right side. Back to the defender on the half line who played it further back to his center half. Who now goes left side in the center of the circle, and he played it outside to his left winger. That's number 11. Number 15, he beat two Jamaican players and fires a shot towards goal. Out for a goal kick. The score remains at 1-0. India crushed Trinidad and Tobago deaf cricketers in tour opener. Okay, good. You know, we have some hearing impaired cricketer in Jamaica also too. I met one of the gentlemen one day, and I was told that he was one of the best batsmen in the West Indies, as in that category. So unfortunately, India crushed Trinidad. We don't like that. We don't like that at all. I hope they bounce back though, Athena. I hope they do. So the ball is played forward to the Jamaican nine who played a reverse pass to his link man who gone down the right side, put the square in. Comfortable dealt with the Trinidad and Tobago defense, came to the edge of the circle, and a shot was fired in, but it was blocked. The ball is back with Jamaica. He dribbles forward, plays it left side to his winger, who cuts inside and squared, but it was a bad cross. The ball goes outside. How much runs West Indies are score here, according to you? Well, there's a poll. Explore India. There's a poll, and $44 for 3. How many was less than 180? So yes, Explore India. So you can less than 180. That's a safe bet for you. So, Explore India. I'm giving you a tip. So if you are going to bet on it, less than 180. Bet less than 180. Once you bet less than 180, you could explore India. But we also have a poll. Let's look at the poll and hear what you guys are saying. 80% of you believe that West Indies won't score 300. I believe that too. I don't think that they will score that many. I am open Griman open with Ailey in the first ODI. I would love that too, Mikel. I would love that too. I keep on telling persons, and this is why I can't appreciate the head coach, I'm stop calling it his name because I don't want persons to think that it's personal. I prefer to call him the head coach. There's a Trinidad and Tobago player down injured. I hope he's not hurt badly, but it's just one of those football acting. But Griman is a real deal, Griman can bat. She can bat. I'm not talking about Stephanie Taylor. I have a question mark about Stephanie Taylor. I once said to Stephanie Taylor, every time I see you on the cricket field, me fret. Me just feel say your knee just all give way. That's what me feel every time. And she said me, all right. But me still have my question mark. So I'm not talking about Stephanie Taylor. There are 2 batswomen in the West Indies that is better than Griman. Only 2. Ailey Matthews and Deirdre Dattin. Yes, they are the only 2. But if the head coach continues to preach swinging from the hip before Griman develop our game properly, we are going to lose her also. She must be allowed to bat and allow the game to come to her. King is on the field. I never realized that King. He came on half time or he was always on the field. The Cavalier captain. It's a good looking defender. Glad to see him on the field. And I don't want us to lose Griman. Yesterday, Griman was 12 runs from 10 balls, just allowing the game to come to her and just playing natural cricket, and it's so disappointed to see how she got out. Even Sanford was a scam. A lot of our players benefit. Even though Sanford was a scam, a lot of our players benefited. Yes, they all won the $1 million in that match, and they were making money in the T20 league. Where so Jamaica pepper in the Trinidad era now. Jamaica really step it up. Tulov, oh, great save. Tulov, yeah man, Tulov, overhead kick into the back of the net. Trinidad on a Tulov. Who's that number 17? He has been prominent. Burrell is the number 17 name. What is the status of lights at Sabina Park? Said Mango Reef. Even Sanford was a scam. A lot of our players benefited. Yes, a lot of persons start make money. Mango Reef. I know a lot of persons know this, but some don't know. So let me take it from there, because especially no cricket not playing, I can go through it. The pitch, the outfield at Sabina Park is owned by Kingston Cricket Club. The stands around Sabina Park, except for the Kingston Cricket Club, are owned by either the Jamaica government or the Jamaica Cricket Association. But I think it's owned by the Jamaica government, the stands and so on. Although the Jamaica Cricket Associations are the one who manage the facilities. I should check that, Is Sabina Park managed by Independence Park, or is it managed by the JCA? I should check that. Trinidad's pull one back. Good shot, good build up. Well done, Trinidad. So they pull back one, so the score is now 2-1 in favor of Jamaica. Well done. Well done, Trinidad. That was good play. That was lazy, though, from the Jamaica defenders. So one of the challenges, which the last time I heard that is that the challenge was overcome. I didn't hear that from an initial source. The last time I heard from the government, the Minister of Sport, she said that the lights, the process what they go through, what they call that process that they go through to acquire things when the government is acquiring things, the procurement process, so that the I's can be dotted and the T's can be crossed, and so the government is not accused of corruption. She had said that process was completed, and she's now waiting on a letter or a contract or something from the Kingston Cricket Club to say, we have permission to use Sabina Park for the next 25 years. That's the outfield. Because she don't want to put up the lights without that permission, and then although the lights are there, there's no permission to use the ground. So you have to be negotiating to use the ground from a match by match basis. So she want that agreement because she thinks it will be more expensive that way, and the government can't invest taxpayers' money into something where there's no assurance. Last time I heard is that all those agreements have been reached. As I said, not from official source, but I heard that those agreements have been reached. And I've been told that the lights will be in place for Sabina Park. So cricket is back here now. So they still have rain, although the match has restarted. So it's 45-3 at the end of the over. 45-3 at the end of the over. So that's as much as I can tell you. West Indies, a player played bad shot and threw their wickets for fun. Yeah, I can't. That is true. Explore India. That is true. Yes. But if you are going to bet, you can bet less than 180. And we have the best tip here. Anytime West Indies is playing and you want to place a bet, come right here and we'll tell you what to bet. I don't know, Mikel and Sheldon is in something. I don't know what is going on. So it's 45-3. So that one is steered down to third man for a single. One more is now 46-3. So the champion is said Jay is playing a football match game tonight. You're right. Yeah, we are playing Trinidad. It's 2-1, Jamaica leading 2-1. We are in minute number 58. But you'd have heard me commentating on it sometime, the football match. Yes, all right. We're leading 2-0, and then we lapse at the back and let them pull one back. But we have a corner here, so I think Ben is going to score from this corner. Swat bowls to Paris, who plays this down to the field and the cover boundary, and there is a single. So no overs have been lost despite the rain. No over have been lost. Oh, I've been going for an hour right now. So that was a nice look over. It was I enjoyed the chat. You know, I know that, but I just feel a little tired right now. Probably did a show this morning. So have a good evening, everyone. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. It was a pleasure being here with you. See you tomorrow.